So a bit of a condition update, good news and bad news. The bad news is I don't think I'll be ready in time for my show at the end of September. I'm a realist, I know what stage condition looks like, I just haven't left enough time. The good news is, what's going on YouTube, it's Jason, and this week we are in week 5 of prep. Only 2 weeks left until my first show. There is no room for error. I need to have a laser-like focus. This week I'll be giving you a bit of a life update. I shall be showing you my new gym and taking you through my push session. Side note, thank you to everyone who subscribed to my channel. I appreciate all of you. Last week we crossed the 800 subscriber mark. The road to 1,000 continues. Without further ado, let's get into it. So I know I said I was going to do 2,000 calories per day. I was gassing. I tried it for a few days and I felt absolutely horrendous. To give you an idea, I currently maintain my physique at around 3,300 calories per day. So for context, me consuming 2,000 is like the average man consuming 1,200. You can imagine. I couldn't function, I was ratty. I nearly bit Rebecca's head off, the poor girl. She's put up with so much during prep. I love you, babe. So I had a rethink. I want to bump calories back up to 2,400 and my steps are going to between 17,500 and 20,000 per day. So I mentioned in my last prep update that I'd made the difficult decision to leave Third Space Gym. My desires had changed since joining the gym, and they also updated their members policy so you weren't allowed to film and you weren't allowed tripods. So I had to find a new gym. The gym that I picked was based on 2 criteria. Number 1, it had to be content friendly. So they had to allow you to film, it had to be clean, and it had to have decent lighting. And number 2, it obviously had to have decent training equipment. So I looked at different gyms, and to be honest, all the luxury gyms were just like Third Space. They didn't like photos and they didn't like videography. And all the bodybuilding gyms that were cheap weren't really clean, and I couldn't really see myself going from Third Space to a gym like that. The gym that I picked was kind of in between. I spoke to the manager, he was really friendly, really pro content, and so the gym that I picked was Anytime Fitness. Now of course, it's not Third Space, there are no cowshed products, but I decided that's what I needed for this season of my life to really ramp up content and grow my social media channels. I'm excited about this new chapter and I look forward to showing you my new gym. So a bit of a condition update, good news and bad news. The bad news is I don't think I'll be ready in time for my show at the end of September. I'm a realist, I know what stage condition looks like, I just haven't left enough time. The good news is my show in October I should just about be ready for. To give you an idea, when bodybuilders are typically quite lean, they leave about 8 to 10 weeks to prepare for a show. I only left 7 for my first show. And when bodybuilders are not so lean, they leave 16 to 20 weeks because you really need to dial in. So my second show should give me about 9 weeks to prepare, and I think I'll just about make it. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna do the last 2 weeks of prep for my first show just like any other week. I'm not gonna do a peak week because you should only really peak your physique once you're completely shredded. If you're not, you need that week to lose more body fat. By the way, this isn't me copping out, I'm still in fantastic condition, I'll show you later. I just don't think I'll be able to bring my best package in my first show. So I'm still gonna do my best, but I'm viewing it as a warm-up for the main show. So we have arrived at Anytime Fitness. It's a ghost town, so I've got free reign and use of all the facilities. All the equipment here is either Life Fitness or Hammer Strength. If you know, you know. The equipment's great, the lighting is phenomenal. I can't wait to get some great content here. Let's get on with today's push session. So we're gonna get warm, ease the body in. Couple of sets at 15 reps. Nothing too crazy. All the excitement, I forgot to start my workout. It's 2023, you don't log your workout, it never happened. Let's get to work. So with training, I like to do 2 exercises on each muscle group. So I'll do 2 on chest and 2 on shoulders. I don't want to do too much because I train each muscle twice a week. I need to manage my recovery and my volume. So I've done incline, I'm now going to do some dips. So with my military presses, I tend to adopt a vertical and a narrow press. I've got a bit of a niggle on my right shoulder, so I found that puts a lot less pressure on it and I get a lot more out of the exercise. So I finished with some seated laterals, nothing heavy. Just getting the squeeze on the delts. As I said, I'm in pretty decent shape, but I feel like I could be a little bit tighter when it comes to being stage ready. Anyways, let me give you a quick pose down. To be honest, these poses are nothing to do with my category. I was just feeling myself and the pre-workout kicked in. My back is definitely my strongest feature. I need to find a way to show that off while posing on stage. Right, that's enough of that. Let's see what the scales are saying. 78.1, decent. So 78.1, 1.2 kilos down from last week. And that's why I speak about the importance of knowing your body and trusting the process. Like so many people do, when my weight was the same, I could have freaked out, but I knew I was in a deficit. I knew I'd lost body fat. It's just that the scale was being influenced by carbs and salt. That 1.2 kilos wasn't all lost this week. Some of that would have been lost last week. At my level of leanness, if I lost 1.2 kilos in a week, I guarantee you I would have lost muscle. Hope you enjoyed that video and found it informative. Don't forget to like it. Comment below for the algorithm, please subscribe, and I'll see you again soon.